I'm gonna be honest with y'all. There are 3 types of videos that do well on this channel. The first one where I'm schizophrenic. Fuck, I'm already misspoken. Shit! Anyways, there are 3 types of videos that do well on this channel, and 3 types of videos I like to make. They're the same videos. First of all, schizophrenia. I won't go into any deeper detail. Second of all, playthroughs. While Silk Song didn't do well, Hyper Light Drifter did amazing. And third of all, reviews. People actually appreciated my Spamtonverse video, despite how bad it was. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it again. Because I love indie animation. I love indie animation. And I just love, well, animation. I don't know if I said that yet. Did I tell you that yet? I like animation. And whenever I'm thinking about good animations, Space King has to be the best one. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Spamtonverse. Deltarune fandom, I love you. You're one of my biggest supporters right now. And that's kind of crazy, since I only have 30 subs, but listen, you guys have been here from thick and thin ever since I started. But Space King is the perfect show, and I'm going to explain to you why I think it is the best show on YouTube right now. See, there's a lot of good shows. I'm a big Breaking Bad fan. I like Walking Dead. I like that type of shit. But Space King came out of left field because it is perfect. See, when it comes to indie animation, you have some archetypes. You got Spamtonverse, alright? Small animation, not a lot of people know about it. It's kind of underground right now, which is not a bad thing. That can really help grow your reputation before it explodes. That's the problem with Amazing Digital Circus, is that it exploded way too fast. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I got like some kind of like, I don't know, drainage. It's, okay. Sorry. My bad. Fuck. Anyways, see, there's a lot of good shows, and there's a lot of bad shows. I'm gonna get into the bad shows soon. But Amazing Digital Circus could have been a good show, but then it got ruined by the cringe fandom. Story's not really that interesting anymore, even though it's coming to an end soon, which kind of sucks. And it's just like, the reputation has completely ruined it. Like, it blew up. Fucking brain rot channels popped up everywhere. I like the show. And then you got great shows, like, again, Spamtonverse, Gaslight District. You know, while it can be a little cringe, it's still really well made, still funny, and well put together. Then you got really shitty shows, made by Shitsy Pop, or whatever the fuck she's called. I don't have any respect for her. Hell of a Boss, Has Been Hotel, worst fandoms on the planet, some of the biggest creeps on the planet. Whenever I hear either of those names, I just think about the most terminally online degenerates you can think of. Those shows are terrible. And I'm going to explain why later. I'm going to make a lot of comparisons in this video. I don't want to, but it's the best way I can get my point across. See, Space King came out of nowhere for me. I never even heard of it till lately, and I'm so glad I did. I am so glad I did. See, I'm a big part of the Warhammer fandom. And the Warhammer fandom, other than the Helldivers, it's pretty chill. And even then, the Helldivers are mostly chill. You get some of the bad apples, but I haven't met any of them, so yeah. You know what? The Helldivers are cool too. And one of the things I really like about the Warhammer fandom is that when there's something new, we autistically obsess over it, kind of like Deep Rock Galactic fans. And Space King is just that. See, when it comes to shows these days, you either have the cringiest fandoms with good shows that ruin it, cringy and terrible shows with cringy and terrible fandoms, but Space King did it differently. See, it's funny because it is the most obscene humor. You wouldn't think that type of humor is funny, but it focuses on the 2 greatest things that the Space King died for: racism and misogyny. It's okay because Space King said so. And that's the comedy. That's the best I can... There's a lot more to it, and the story is actually pretty interesting, but it's like... I don't want to call it a parody, because it's an original series, and it's, again, really funny. I recommend go watching it if you like character-driven, like, stories, because despite all things, it is very character-driven. This is going to be a basic bitch answer. I'm sorry, but my favorite among all of them is Hatemonger. Hatemonger is... he is not only the funniest, he's the most well-written. I love Hatemonger. He's kind of like the Master Chief of the show. I like him a lot. I also like, what was his name? Bryce is pretty funny. But still. The characters are all really well written, despite the nature of the show itself. And it's actually, again, hilarious. If you like comedies that are like... I want to say Borderlands type comedy. But the thing is, Hazbin Hotel and Helva Boss, or, you know, the terminally online ones, you know, their comedy is Redhead and Big Bird are fucking. That's the joke. That's, wow, so funny. And that the story is just mental health bullshit. Mental health is a good thing, but then again, the fandom uses it as an excuse to fake DID and autism, and they fake all kinds of shit. Jesus Christ. I feel bad for any of the people who actually have that actually like the show, because, my God. My God. But that's not my point. My plant fell over beside me, and it scared the fuck out of me. Sorry. Okay. What was I talking about? That's right. Alright, so the comedy of the show is a lot like that. It's Borderlands comedy. But unlike where Hazbin Hotel and Hell of... I can't even say it, it's like a curse. Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss is like teenager comedy, and Space King admittedly is kind of childish. It's really on the nose and really satirical to a point that it actually is hilarious. There's also a lot of great quotes, like, would you like to talk about the space finance? It's lowbrow and a highbrow at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? And the story, while it does switch between the two, is actually I almost said wheelie. I keep thinking, I need to get VisiPop out of my head before I turn stupid. I'm already slurring my words. I'm becoming a Reddit mod. Help me. Anyways. Oh, God. I need to expunge myself in the name of the Space King. Anyways. How many times have I said that? This is a disaster video. What I'm trying to say is, despite how it changes comedies and changes, you know, the tone so much, the story is really well written. Now, obviously, Space King is inspired by Warhammer. And Warhammer, what I like about Warhammer is that it's gritty. What I hate about Warhammer is that it's always too serious until Trazen comes in. And then it's not serious anymore. That's why I like Age of Sigmar more, because Age of Sigmar is a lot more lighthearted and a lot more balanced because there's no Space Marines and none of that bullshit. It feels like a really well-written fantasy world. But the thing is about Space King is that it takes all the problems with Warhammer, makes it fucking hilarious to the point that you forget it has problems. You know what I mean? Like, I shit you not, I think I went to a competition. I didn't have any minis at the time. People were playing with hate monger legions. Yeah, they allow that now. That My Little Game Store allows you to play hate monger. It's really funny. But the point is, while other indie shows on YouTube are, again, a wide variety, Space King is the best because the story is wonderful. The characters are very well written despite the nature of the story. I mean, they are kids. They act like it. You would never guess, but that's the joke. I can't even explain how to you guys. Because first of all, I don't want those words coming out of my mouth. Second of all, I know for a fact YouTube will demonetize me. And third of all, if I say anything related to how it works, I already know who's coming out of the woodworks, and I don't want them here. I'm very unhappy if they're here. You know who I'm talking about. If I say their name, they're going to turn me into a Reddit mod. It's horrible. It's horrible. Don't take me there. I don't want to go to VR chat. No, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. But another reason why I think Space King is one of the best animations on YouTube is because it's so well animated. It looks like something on Adult Swim, but it isn't. It's made by like a team and just Flash Kids. I don't know if it's one guy or multiple guys, but still, it's really impressive. And Flash Kids is not a sellout, unlike shitfuck over here selling their fucking terminally online hotel to Amazon. These guys said no several times to Netflix, Amazon, you name it, they don't care. They're not sellouts. They care about their audience more than half of the other big animators. And that's why I think this show has a big leg up over that obscene dog shit. You know what I mean? I think it's one of the best shows on YouTube, and I think you should go watch it. If you're a Spamtonverse fan and you like that sort of comedy that was in Spamtonverse, go check out Space King. If you're Space King fans, and you're seeing this, you have no idea what the fuck Spamtonverse is. You know Deltarune? You know the Spamton guy? Someone made a show about him. And while it's not the same humor, I think you guys should also go check that out, because it's pretty funny. I like it a lot. I like comedies. I don't know if I've said that yet. I like animations. That sort of shit. But anyways, that's my thoughts. This is like a 10-minute video, but I'm working on a longer video soon. the 30 sub special. Might be 40 sub by the time I release this video, but oh my god. It's gonna be a sub special. And it is the most, it's like dog shit, but like a different kind of, it's a good dog shit, you know what I mean? So, I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Have yourselves a beautiful day, and an even better tomorrow.